Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan. Today we are doing another simple single stream. Today it's going to be a good one. We had a bit of a dump, a teeny little bit of a dump, which you can see on the screen right now, 58 1 for 1. Let me refresh the page though, make sure we're not, incorrect. Because, I don't want the same thing to happen as it did last time when the prices were wrong. So I think the lowest we came to about 57 something. Obviously, I can't remember exactly. We came pretty low. Nearly as low as, roughly where we expected for the first time. If we were on our streams talking through the bull flag, obviously you'll be familiar with 56.5, 57, but we will get into the exact prices when we get onto the charts. But other than, thank you, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you guys being here for the start of the stream. If you do have any coins you want me to cover, put it in the chat. Depending on where you are, the chat might be a bit rapid, so do put it a couple times. Let me open up the other chat while I'm speaking. Put some coins in the chat if you've got any you want me to cover, any charts. I do have Mexi open as well. I do have a place open where I could potentially do some trading. You know what I mean? I'm on a fine line right now. I have a certain place open so I can do some trading. A reskin of Binance. And if we see something we might trade it, but regardless, I think other than the fact that there are links in the description which are very, very useful, especially the Telegram one. You've got if I refer to anything throughout the stream, like the Telegram mainly, then they will hopefully be in the description. I'm pretty sure they'll all be in the description, so you can go click them and yeah. So without further ado, I'm waffling. I'm absolutely waffling right now. I'm bringing up the other chat on the other screen. To make sure I'm aware of all the comments. All right, perfect. So, ready? Hopefully you guys are ready. Just came from dinner, so that'll give me a moment to compose myself. I think we should get started with the percentages. So, you can maybe see on the screen, I'm not too sure, if you can just avert your eyes to the mass wall of percentages here, and you might notice a little thing that all of them are red, pretty much, apart from the stable coins. So they're all red. Obviously, Bitcoin 58,178 right now, obviously 3% down 24 hour, 5% on the 7 day. Ethereum's pretty down, 9% on the 7 day. BNB's down 9%, Solana, nearly 10% as well. Pretty much everything's down a similar amount throughout everything. So yeah, it looks like we're pretty down today, which we're going to get into right now as we go on to the Bitcoin chart. So, we had two charts. If you remember from last stream, if you were here from last stream, we did have two charts. I believe I drew it on the stream, the second one. We had a bull pennant and a bull flag. So, we had this bull flag, which we've been respecting, but I re-evaluated it on a different chart, and it seemed like there was a bull flag, which was a bit more respected. However, I think that chart is... well, obviously, on the daily, it's respected more. To be fair, we haven't printed out. But my concern about this one, and I think we might have to cut this chart short, because I drew these lines to the wicks. You can see wick there, nearly wick there, wick there, wick there, wick there, and then wick down here as well, and obviously printed over here. Now we have, and since they are drawn to the wicks, it means we couldn't exceed these areas. This top line, bottom line, we couldn't exceed them. Now I could probably redraw. But it'd be probably even worse if I redrew to non-wick areas, to the candle bodies. So my concern is that, regardless of if we've wicked down and come right back up and print in the range, that the wick, it means we broke the range because I drew it to the wicks. So I'm just going to abandon this chart, I suppose, and stick to this OKX one. I didn't mean to say that, but I'll stick to this one. Again, it is messy. I should probably delete some of this because it is hard to see, but... you can kind of see, I drew this line, obviously that was from where our support was previously, apart from that area up here. You can see we came to it, but the more interesting one, actually I'm going to delete this one. The more interesting line, which I do want to point out, if it goes to maybe the 4 hour, is the fact that we actually came, if you see this, we actually came exactly to where this line, you see this line, we had this line, this was a bear pennant. Now, what was really interesting about this is we had this bear pennant, right? You can see this whole thing. I'm sorry about the chart. The chart is a bit messy. It's also looking like the chart's a bit off the screen. Make sure that's central. There we go. That's pretty central. Whoops. There we go. So you can see this is a bear pennant. Hopefully I'm circling it. Hopefully you can see it there. You see the bear pennant there. You can see the up, down, up, and then we broke out. But then we bounced off this support point. Now, interestingly, what do I always go on about? Well, I always go on about bouncing and going back and bouncing off the line, the trend line. So you can see, with the pennant, if I redraw the pennant like down here, let's say, it was kind of like the price action was like this, and we had our boom like that and our bounce. So we had the pennant like this, whatever it was, and I redrew the lines over here. And what happened was we've actually retracted, surpassed the area, but we've bounced off the general area of the trend, and then we've come down and followed through with the entirety of the movement of the bear pennant, which is really interesting, which I haven't really seen before. Which could be a fluke, it could be a complete fluke, but you can see. And again, obviously, I'm not going to solely attribute the entirety of the market movement to this bear pennant, but I'm the person who looks at the charts. Okay, I just look at the charts, and this is what the charts are saying for me. So you can see, obviously, we bounced off the support point down here. But you can see, if I draw an outline of it, we dropped, right? But we didn't follow through the whole movement, and then we retracted. And you can see we had this line, and we've come to here, right, all the way up here. Here we bounced off our trend line because I extended it across. We bounced off the trend line, and then we retract, and then we came down. We followed through the movement, and the follow through of the movement was the perfect length. You can see, like this line, it stops when we broke out. You see, it's perfectly on the line. Okay. Maybe I can shimmy up a tiny bit, but it's perfectly on the thing. If we shimmy it down, obviously coming to here, it's even better now. You can see these two lines are pretty much identical. They are off by like what? Nothing. Like, let me see. So 777. It's off by like what? $15. It's off by nothing. So this was a really, really nice little thing going on here, which was great. So we followed through with this bear. I'm going to still attribute this to the bear flag. We did technically follow through with the bear flag, and obviously we've come down. We bounced off where we came to, and now we're retracting. Now it was a big sell-off. Huge sell-off. And none of these lines which are in our way are actually trend lines or anything. They're just the significance of where we're going to go to. So there's nothing crazy. The only line which is of importance, apart from this bottom one, is this 60,200 one for me anyway. 2,001, nearly 60,500. Now I think we are going to retract. You can see we're printing here. We have a green dot, and on the 4-hour money flow's coming up. Everything's kind of coming up. VWAP's coming up as well. And we're oversold, so I do think we're gonna have a retractment, but I'm interested to see where we're gonna retract to. So since this was kind of an offset based on what was going on, big sell-off. I don't know if it was a news-based sell-off. I believe this was it was still technically a I don't think what I'm trying to say is like an orchestrated type of sell-off. Like it wasn't like based on solely price action type of thing. So I don't think anything's of concern. My one thing is if it was solely price action, would we retract, and would we retract about 60,000? Would we bounce off that and kind of have like a deeper, lower low, bring us down? Because, to be fair, if we do follow through with this, bull flag, obviously on the hard time it's better. You can see, bounce. We haven't on the bear flag, on the bull flag anyway, we haven't actually technically bounced off the thing. Now, I don't know if I'm being crazy here, but is there potential? And this is kind of rhetorical. Is there a potential for us to come back to a 60,000, bounce off it, and print deeper towards 34.6, and then we pump? Is there potential for that? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Good morning. It looks like it bounced off 57k. I believe so. Yes. Yeah, about 56.7, 56.8. I was just talking about the fact that we had this bear pennant. Then we bounced off the trend of the bear pennant, and then we've come all the way down. And I'm just saying how perfect this movement was. You can see the line from this flag here. This line was perfect. You can see the length of it. Printing out down here at 56 whatever, we perfectly bounced off it. It was brilliant. But what I'm saying right now is my concern is, do we come back to 6? I think 6,000 is going to be huge. 6,002, whatever it's going to be. I think 6,000 is going to be huge. Also, matching up to this, we have this, kind of order block here, which I haven't really respected, so I'm not going to keep it too much on the screen. But are we going to come back to this line? Are we going to bounce off it, though? Are we going to be bouncing off this line? That's my question anyway. Because we could come up, bounce off it, and then come back down again. I hope we kind of come upwards and we retract. I'm kind of looking now. I mean, we kind of have like, well, these are two lows. You know, are we gonna see another low? Is the question? My question. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, that's the thing. My question is was this a proper offset of price, or was it normal price action? I don't believe it was normal price action. I know something about some German company, but then it was actually not the German company. It was like normal people who are holding Bitcoin, just a big old sell-off. So I don't know. I think this might have been a bit more orchestrated than just price action. So I don't know if this has actually happened, or if we're just going to retract to where we were previously. But I guess we'll see. How long it takes to come back upwards. But Wednesday time we were about 60,200. So I definitely think in any regard we're going to retract back to there, especially seeing as though we are printing below the 60 mark. Money flow's coming up, VWAP's coming up, RSI's coming up from an oversold position. I do think we should come up in general, see where we go from there. I guess my question is, do we bounce off this? I'm gonna have to see when we get to that position in the market, if we get there or not. I don't really think. I think it'll be decent because we had that line from like back here. Obviously we dipped below it and then we reversed and then we bounced off it pretty accurately, and then we tried to bounce off it and then print it below and couldn't get it back up for like 12 hours, and then we came below. So I think it's going to be a decent resistance point. So I definitely think we're going to see some sort of resistance. So the only thing I'm confident in right now is we're going to have a 3% retractment. I think that's what we're going to. I think we have a 3% retractment at least, and then come upwards to here and then come down back towards potentially, obviously not financial advice, 54.5. But again, like I said, the only thing I'm aware of right now is if we're going to retract 3% back up towards 60,000, basically 60,200. So. Good morning. Oh, yeah, okay. I went to bed watching this channel and woke up to it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, depending where you are, you got the morning stream, you got the afternoon stream. We're around the clock. We're a global channel. I'll wait then to scoop more small buys yesterday just to lower some of my entries. Yeah, I mean, again, within yesterday, when was that? So about Wednesday time. Yeah, those are good buys as well. Obviously, we retracted. Today should be good buys as well. We are. If I had to draw a line in the sand, I definitely think we're below the position of being either oversold or overbought. I definitely think we're oversold. However, I'm just going to be wearing of this. This could not happen. This may just not happen. That is, I'm not confident in this. I'm just pointing out what could potentially happen. However, I'm not confident. But, like I said, we have, if we print properly, we have technically invalidated the bear pennant, or the bull pennant, sorry, which we had on the Binance chart. So if we invalidate that properly, the only thing I've got in my arsenal is this bull flag. And to follow through this bull flag properly is we'd have to bounce off the trend line in the rough area, which for me would be about 54.6, 54.5 area. And I think what we have right now in terms of this, I think this is going to be a decent resistance point. I don't think we're not just going to see anything. I think it would bring us towards, if we bounce, I don't think we'll hold 56 as a support. Maybe I'm just hoping we wick at some point to 54.8. But again, like I said, I'm not holding on to it. I don't think. I think this is either way. I'd buy right now. I think this is a low we'll see. In any capacity, I think this is a really good low. Regardless, I am just looking though, because we did have this big old trend which was really good. Obviously, tried to break back into it and fell all the way below. So we could maybe bounce off. Not financial or anything. We could technically bounce off 58.6 potentially of the bottom of the trend line, which we have reversed and potentially could use as some sort of resistance line as lower highs. So there's potential. I think 60,000 is going to be a good price. I think that is going to be somewhere of considerable. I don't know where the next line was in terms of. I know there was a decent. Liquidity area. I'm not sure exactly where it was. Probably could open Bookmap, have a little nosy, but I don't know. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Why not? Let's open Bookmap. Haven't used Bookmap in a while. Just see what the order book's saying and what significant areas are. Open that up quickly. Yeah, I wasn't a short-term cash short. Because I think it's going down. We're in a downtrend. I'm gonna have a look at that and see what's going on. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna open up This, it might take like 2 minutes. I'll just quickly finish up on it and then go on. But again, I mean, yeah, we're 17 minutes into stream. Also, we had a big old intro. Well, I don't know, decently. Actually, it wasn't that big, was it? Oh, let me just open this up. Alright, so if I open this up and just see what the lines are. So that'll load. So I had the I'll probably show it. We have retracted a bit, so we might be retracting a bit, but we did have a short in for CAS because we had a downtrend. I'll show you the charts in a minute if you guys want to have a look at it. Can't understand people selling it in panic now. I mean, it depends because like if it's like because this is a big squeeze. Yeah, I wouldn't see people selling. I think this is a good area to be buying. But I do think upon a retractment, it depends if we have a good retractment and then sell to get stronger. And this is why I'm trying to load up the order book right now just to see what sort of significant areas we have. But it's really just not loading. There we go. So no. So what do we have? Okay, so I will relay the information. We've got 58.5 as really big significance. Okay, that's actually really short. Let me zoom out a bit because this is like not in the significant area. It's a bit slow. That's got to give me a second. So yeah, okay. So on the chart we've got 61k, 60k, 62k. I mean, these are just obvious areas. Let me zoom in on them just make sure I know where exactly. It's a bit slow there, the book map, so you have to give it a second. There it is, yeah. Damn. 61 and 60 are huge. So 61 is absolutely ginormous, which I'm not surprised about. We've got this order block bottom there. It's about 61 combination of short there, basically. 60,600 is pretty huge, which makes sense. Obviously, we've got this area down here. And then it's 60,000 really, which is basically this general area, which I'm not surprised about 60,000. And obviously we actually have lower ones. We have 59 and 1 as well. So we're going to have different areas down here. Now the one I'm paying attention to is the one very close to us, which is the 58 one, because that is where we have. Hopefully I'm not lagging. Hopefully the stream's not lagging because this is like really strong. Or this is like really laggy on my end anyway. It was 58.5. Yeah, so so 58.5. Interesting. So we do actually have really big sell area at 58.5, which is actually, if we move it up, where I don't know if I'm lagging, which is where we meet the bottom of our previous bear trend, or a bear trend we were in, or downtrend, whatever. Which I suspect could, maybe bring us down a bit. I'm trying to find some on the other end of things, like on the lower end, like what sort of support could we have? 57 is huge. 57 it had apparently really big support, which is obviously down here. I need to close this book map though. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's just making me lag completely. Can't even move anything. Oh, the chart's lagging. Might lag my whole computer. Damn, 56.5. Okay, so obviously some people talk about the ideology that the market makers bring us to the next highest point of liquidity. Now I'm looking at this chart, and 56.5 has 101 Bitcoin in total. I think what is it again? I think it's Binance Futures, Binance, and something else as a accumulation of data. I wish I could screenshot it, but it's genuinely the laggiest thing. Oh my days, this is huge. All right, I think I'll be able to screenshot it. Oh my days. Okay. All right. I think we're going down more. All right, let me just screenshot that and I'll paste it on the chart here. So let me shimmy it into a different area. Okay, bring that there. Let me zoom in on this. There we go. All right, so this is Bookmap. This is basically an order. It is basically a graph for order blocks, order books. Sorry. So basically, this is where all the orders are. It's an accumulation of all the data, and it accumulates where all the orders are, and then just spurts it out onto a chart with colors. Now, trust me when I say this. The higher end of things is, I think the top one's about 60. We have 313 Bitcoin valued at 55. So 55 worth of Bitcoin to go down there basically, which is about here. And if under the ideology that the market makers want us to go down to these sorts of levels and to try and find the highest point of liquidity, I would say 313 Bitcoin is pretty high in my opinion. Now the next one is 96, which is 54, which is higher than any of the other resistance points. So I still think if we go on the ideology that we go towards the next point of liquidity, it's going to be roughly 55 grand, in my opinion, which is that line. So I think we have a retractment towards about 60 grand, and then we come down. I think we need to bounce off a resistance point. It would either be for me 58.6 or 60. If I zoom out, like we've got so much. Like, okay, if I just screenshot this as a whole, this is a really good screenshot here. All right, so here we go. This is a good screenshot. So you can see these are the key levels. So these are key levels for us. Hopefully you can see it. Can you guys read this? Hopefully you can read it. So you've got 56, 168, 55,000, the most important one in my opinion, 313, and then you've got 52 and all these down here. But I think 313, I think will be enough. I think these, I think we're generally going to gradually move down. But I think as a whole, maybe not 54.5, but I think 55 is where we're going to stop at if we move down. Because I think 313 is more than enough. Like if I go back up to resistance and show you guys the levels of resistance and the value is nothing in comparison. Here you can see in this screenshot. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this and then I'm gonna close this because it's making my computer lag. There we go. All right, I'm closing this. Okay, there we go. So this is on the resistance side of things. This is where the orders are above the price area. So you can see there's still decent areas, but okay, let me shimmy these across. Here we go, perfect. So this is what above us, and this is what below us. So you can see the highest point above us is about 63,000. However, you can see the value of 56.5, 56, 55.5, and 55. That $2,000 area, roughly, wherever it is, 57 to 55. That entire area completely trumps all these high liquidity points above us. So I think we're gonna continue to go up to the next point above us, which I think might be about 59-ish area. But I think we bounce again. I do think we bounce again. I think 60,000 could be the next point, either 59-ish or 60-ish. I think that general area we might bounce off. I think we do retract a bit. I think we bounce off there to get more liquidity, and I think we go. I think however long it takes, or whatever bounces we have in general. I think as a whole we move down towards 55. I think that's I think 55 is the play. I think 55 long the hell out of it. I'll long at 55.5 though personally. Just be conservative. 55 too. But I think in general you can see this 55.5 is absolutely huge. So personally, I'll be looking to maybe long down there. I think that would be I think that'll be our low. I think 55 would be our complete low. And then once we bounce to 55, that is roughly where the bottom of the bull flag is. So I think once we go towards 54.5, 55.5, that's when we are fully in effect for going up. I think this is the last part of negativity we have very soon. This might happen over, I'm not sure how long this will take. Maybe not too long, maybe a couple of days, whatever it takes. And then we do that. Yeah, I'm quite passionate about this because I'm pretty confident. So, I'm going to leave these screenshots at the bottom of the chart. They are absolutely massive, though. I'm going to zoom these out. I'm going to leave them over here so we can look back on this in a couple of days a week and we can see what's going on. So, we leave those over there. I'm going to leave my line at 55. I'm going to colour this, though. I'm going to make it... I'm going to do something really, different. I'm going to do, a... highlighter. Here we go. There we go. That red area is our area. See, if it happens within If it happens within the start, of Saturday, I could see it perfectly, because you can see, you know, if it starts to go towards, you know, the end of Sunday-ish, you can see the difference between 55 and our chart at 54.5. But if it happens within this area, you've still got 54.6 towards 54, you know, 55. So that's not that bad of a difference. And I think that'll be enough to consider it a bounce off of the bull flag bottom, and it'll bring us up. Hopefully I'm not wrong. This is not financial advice again. I do need to preface that. But this is looking pretty nice. Optimism, I will write that down on my list now. Let me get a notepad up. But I'm not going to bring up Bookmap again because it makes my computer crash. So that's Bitcoin. I think we had a good amount. I'm pretty confident we have a big old move down again. I think we have another move down. I think what happens is we move up. It's lagging again. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So I think we have, just reading based on Market Cypher, I think to cool off, I think we're in a cool off stage now. I think we're going to continue to go up. I think max maybe 60k. I think maximum 61k, 60k. Conservatively, which I don't think so, is 58.8. I don't really believe in that. I think 60k personally. 60k resistance, I think that will allow us to cool off. We're oversold for the RSI. You know, momentum's really negative. Money flow view up. I think we retract. I think we retract towards 60k, and then we dump again. That's what I think. Also, to let everyone know, I have recorded the second part of the Market Cypher series, so that should be coming out hopefully soon. It does really go into detail. It really goes into detail of how to use it. It's a pretty good video. Obviously, the first one, if you watched the first one, so thank you. Hopefully, it gave a bit of understanding what everything means. But the second one is really good. It does help a lot. I went really into detail. But anyway, I don't want to waste more time. I normally spend the most time on Bitcoin, so we shouldn't spend as long on Ethereum and whatnot. So where are we? So we shimmy across our trend line. You can see we're basically at the bottom of our trend line. I don't know why I have two like areas. So daily. Yeah, bounce points. Okay, here we go. Shimmy that across. Shimmy that across. Got these lines here. I don't know why we've got these lines here. There you go. We still have valid for that. Obviously, I don't think this is going to happen just yet. So I would shimmy this a bit more across, because I think Bitcoin's still going to retract. So maybe towards 4,200. Haha, very funny number. But anyway, we're still in our range for Ethereum. Now, I think we do have the retractment. Obviously, you can see by Market Cypher, money flow is pretty neutral, but obviously we're completely oversold on the RSI. VWAP's been coming up steadily for a long time now, and momentum is arcing and has printed. So I do think we have a retractment. I think completely similar to Bitcoin. You can see, if you compare the Bitcoin chart and Ethereum chart, you can see they're very, very similar. Like this whole area, very, very similar. So I think they do a similar thing. I think instead of it being 60k, I think it's about 3,300 for Ethereum. We come off there and then we bounce again, probably arcing towards 3,000 again, bouncing off the bottom of our range. And then, yeah, I guess just staying on our range, to be honest. I mean, Ethereum, to be fair, every time I've looked at it, we've basically stayed in the range every single time. Like, I looked at it, you know, over here, for example, yeah, it's gone up, come to the top of the range, obviously a bit more, and then we've absolutely dumped. It's pretty much like the entire market. Obviously, I think right now we probably pump again. We had this line. I don't really like the line, though. Actually, could delete this line. I don't really like it. But if we shimmy across some sort of order blocks, like here, you can see lowest wick was the middle of this order block. Very good order block. Printing right above this order block. So, again, really, really good support points there. Not too worried at all. I think we bounce. But again, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, all these big coins, and pretty much all the coins as a whole, they all have their own markets. They're all their own entity. They don't have to necessarily follow each other one-to-one. So I do think this goes up, but I do think it would follow pretty in suit with how Bitcoin's moving. So obviously you've had I think we have something like this. You know, I think we have our own little downtrend within our downtrend. You know what I'm saying? So I do think we bounce off 3,300 and then come back down again. So yeah. So it's an upwards for me. Potentially, obviously, again, I mean, to be fair, the one thing I would say is orders can be removed, and these can be like really wishful orders. I mean, to be fair, going from like 58k to 55k isn't that crazy for Bitcoin. If I was looking at the Bookmap and the order block, or the order book, sorry, and I saw 30k, 1,000 Bitcoin, I would go, okay, guys, we're going down to 30k. It's a bit different. This is like within the thousands. It's not that crazy in terms of how far I can go. I don't think it's crazy to say, even if I didn't use Bookmap, I don't think it's crazy to say we've come down. I think we have a retractment. We come back down to test the bottom of our bull flag, and then we go up. I don't think that's crazy to say. I could be going against the grain here. I could be wrong. Again, not financial advice. None of this is ever financial advice. But I do think we have a bit of another short squeeze. Everyone's going long. We're going to start to long. We go up, and then we're going to dump again. Personally, but 62.4. I think 62k had a decent amount of liquidity. I just think I showed it to you guys not too long ago, like 5 minutes ago. The sheer amount of liquidity below us versus above us is unparalleled. Like there's so much difference. There's a huge disparity in between how much liquidity there's below us and above us. And depending on how you think about it, obviously, if you use the ideology that the market makers or whatever the hell want to go towards the next big point of liquidity, from what I've looked at and what I've screenshotted, the next huge point of liquidity is 55k, which just so happens to be roughly the bottom of our bull flag. So my personal opinion, not financial advice, we retract, we bounce off a decent resistance point like 60k, or 60, we could go 61k at most, I think, and then we retract down towards 55k. We dump that down towards 55k, bounce off, filling liquidity, having enough to give us some long, fulfilling the bounce off of the bull flag, and then we proceed to go up towards 70,500. Will it happen towards the 22nd of July? I'm still hoping. The time frames have been a bit bust, because by now I expect us to be moving up now, but we've had a bunch of dump, which hasn't been nice. So, I guess we will see. I expect us to be moving up by the 1st. It's the 4th. It could span towards the 7th. Like I said, I think by the 7th or the 6th, I think we would have had the downwards movement and proceed to go upwards by then. So we could be a couple days late, which could mean instead of it being the 22nd of July, it could span maybe towards the 25th, 26th of July. And it could span things a bit further ahead in terms of where we're going to bounce off, like 70,500 and everything within our bull flag. Where are we in the cycle? Still November 25 top? Yeah, I think so. I think that's the general consensus in terms of where we're going to see the top. I agree. What I might do at the end of the stream, I might re-go over the weekly on Bitcoin, because I want to show my bull flag again, because I think it'd be good to update you guys on how it's going in the bull flag for the longer term on Bitcoin, and kind of show you my long-term plan in terms of where I think it's going to go in towards October, which is quite a decent way away. So I do have a plan set up, not a plan, but I do have a general idea of where we're going to go in the next multiple weeks. So I will probably reshare that again. But in terms of going back to Bitcoin, to Ethereum and showing the chart, similar thing with Bitcoin. I think the general market's going to be retracting back up towards support resistance points, and we're going to have a big old dump again towards the lower ends, and then just absolutely pump again. I think we're going to have mini pump, not mini pump, mini retractment, dump, big pump. That's basically what I think so far. So let me go on to Solana now, though. Solana is a bit of a lone wolf when it comes to things sometimes. So I guess we will see. So let me shimmy this across. I don't like how many lines I have. I might delete some of these. It's really bugging me. I think this is a good line, though. I can't seem to shimmy it, though. Okay, there we go. So we've got some decent lines. I hate all of these lines. I really don't like seeing all this crap on my screen. But whatever. Let's just not pay attention to it. Again, super similar. You can see the general range. You see, we had that little sweep down here. Obviously, we had these multiple bounces off there, which brings us towards about $140. Was Sunday market possible of up? Yeah, I think so. I mean, like I just said with the market, I think that followed through with what I've just talked about. I think that ends at most by the end of the week, basically Sunday. So I think we have the dump and start to pump, and maybe even pump within the whole of Sunday. So yeah, I would agree. I would say so. But I think similar thing with Solana as with everything in the market. I think we're gonna continue to go upwards. I mean, on the 4 hour we're pretty bullish, but if you do look at the lower time frames, there is still a bit of negativity. I don't know what's going on the daily though. Interestingly, on the daily though, we are pretty negative. So I think what it seems like we could have a retractment towards 140. But I think we continue our downwardsness in general. I mean, this is the same thing on the whole market though. I think, but in the span of 4 days, we have the dump and the pump. So the daily, I'm not surprised we look a bit negative because I think we have the dump anyway. So I think within the daily candles, we're going to have our retractments and whatnot and bouncing off resistance points. But I think as a whole, towards the within the 4 days, I think we dump towards these high liquidity points and then pump. But like I prefaced, none of this is financial advice, and you have to be really careful, and that's why I don't really look at the order books too much. But it's always great to look at it. I always think it's interesting to look at. People, it's not like these high liquidity points. These are confirmed positions for the market. These are like orders. It's the order book. It's the orders. So people can retract orders. A whole group of people, the entire market could retract orders, and none of these areas be valid. And everything could be completely wrong, and we'll start to pump. Again, the main important thing is confluence, and I think for the fact that I still think I want it to go towards 54.6 for the market. I think the fact that all these liquidity points match up accurately with what I think is going to happen and I want to happen, I'm more confident in it. Because if I think the whole market's going to go up and I'm adamant on it, and then I see the order book say it's going to go down, I still wouldn't take full interest in what the order book is trying to tell me. So just to preface that as well. For Solana, I feel like a track record here, or whatever you say. The entire market's going to be doing very similar things right now because we've had unanimously big dumps in most things. So I think we are going to be having our retractments. I just think it's a matter of where to in the market. I think it's $140 for Solana, or maybe within that area. Obviously, we could fall a bit short and go 136, and that could coincide with the fact that Bitcoin, it could bounce for 58.8 and continue to come down. I don't know what we're doing right now for the market. I have this short. It's not really going too well though, because we are retracting. But I'm going to hold on to it because I know as we continue the range, we're going to dump. As I showed with Bitcoin, 55k. That's going to be a huge dump for the market. So I'm going to hold on to the short and hopefully get some profit. Yeah, Nova 25 top. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much it for Solana. There's actually not a lot to say, really. I think I did a Monday stream, didn't I? And there wasn't really much going on. Obviously, we had these things going on. Not really much for me to talk about, really. I just think we have a bit of a retractment, as like the whole market really is. But I think on the 4 hour, looking at Market Cypher and looking at the situation we're in as a whole in the market, I think we have enough to bump us above 136 and probably bring us to 100, 140. Similar with Bitcoin, though, I think the top of anything would be about 144.5. Maximum. Similar with Bitcoin having 61k and whatnot, I think that's probably maximum for me as well. But I just think 60k and whatnot is where we really go to. And similar with Solana, I think 140 potential for a bit of a shorter one as well. But I do think we retract in the entire market as a whole, really. But again, people get things wrong. I get things wrong. I might not be right. Not financial advice. I just want to preface that one more time. So I think 40 minutes. I don't think the intro was that long. So I think we've spent a decent amount, maybe half the stream, going over the main coins, which is what we want to aim for. So now we're going to be going on to the user suggested coins, I suppose. So we do have Optimism. Thank you for the suggestion. So I will look at the coins now. Let me scroll through the chat. Someone say hello. Hello to you. I'm looking through the other chat on Binance just to see if there's any coins. I saw more pain for short. I think so. Yeah. I do think so. I'm not giving you $20. Okay, that's pretty much it. What a thrilling chat that was. Also, if you guys are on, because there's no moderation tools at all on Binance. It's literally like it's like being neglected. If you want to actually talk, I'm mainly on the YouTube chat. Like I'm on there the entirety of the stream. Like if anyone comments there, I see it immediately. So if you're someone who's on Binance and you're comfortable with going onto YouTube and you want to actually talk to me, there's nothing I can really do in terms of the moderation. In terms of automatic, because I'm streaming, I can't be moderating the chat at the same time. So if you do really want to, talk or anything like that, then either you stay on Binance, and I occasionally go onto Binance, but there's a lot of things going on. I don't really read it. But if you do want to talk or say anything, come over to YouTube, put the chat in there. I will always see it, no matter what. So yeah, but it doesn't seem like there's any coins. Regardless, it doesn't seem like there's any coins apart from Optimism. So I will go on to it. I'll probably look at CAS as well. I don't think I've looked at this. I mean, I think I have, but I don't know how long ago. It must have been ages ago. Okay, I haven't really looked at it, so let me just do some fresh TA. I always like doing fresh TA. You know, I always like abandoning trash charts and doing more because I just hate looking at ugly charts. But unfortunately, sometimes you just have to produce an ugly chart. This is what it is. So I mean, there's not. Again, I think the entirety of the market. This is very. This is very similar to Pipe, and I'll probably show the Pipe chart. This is pretty much one-to-one what Pipe's doing. Very, very similar to what Pipe's doing, actually. However, I said the same thing with Pipe. I don't think we're going to be going this dramatically low to $1.25, $1.26. I really don't think we're going to be doing that low. It's pretty dramatic. But if we shimmy across to position or to price areas which were similar to where we are right now, try and find a previous order block which could have some potential of following through. This could be a decent order block here. Let me just draw it just to see how well it's respected. I don't think it's respected at all. Could delete it. This could be good. Potentially here. See, bounce, and then we printed bounce, and then we surge, bounce back into it. Yeah, this is a good order block. I'm going to shimmy this across. I like this order block. I'm fond of it. Shimmy it across. And lo and behold, it actually brings us to roughly in the area of where it says. Very, very interesting. Anyways, and Casper. I actually will look at Casper because I've taken some trades. I've taken a, albeit not very possible right now, trade on Casper. Because we're in a really good downtrend for Casper, but then the market started to retract. So yeah, but I think the market as a whole is going to dump over the next coming days. So I'm going to hold on to the trade. And obviously, if you're trading on a certain area, the fees aren't that bad either. The fees aren't something to worry about. So. Yeah, we seem like we have another order block there. I'm going to shimmy that across just to see what's going on with it. Really good. Actually, respected it there as well, but nothing really too much. As I've seen through here, nothing really too much, unless there's a daily order block. Daily order block would be huge. I'm not spitting. Would be absolutely gigantic. Also, tell me if my mic's too close to my mouth, because sometimes the mic will just start like popping if I'm too loud. Okay, so it doesn't really look like there's too much. So it seems like we're in the middle of this range. Now, interestingly, the line which it suggests to us brings us to basically where the order block was. Now, are we going to retract this much if the market's recovering? Well, I think this follows through the market and recovers. What could happen is, but I mean, to be fair, Pipe wasn't doing this either. What could happen? We could bounce off here and do this. There could be a decent short potential. If you just shorted here and just ignored it and did conservative, you could get about 13%. Obviously, depending on where you want it. Obviously, if it does retract and bounce off about there, stop loss maybe there, boom there, it could be 18%, pretty good. But again, you can see, even though the money flow is coming down, and we're on the 4 hour, and obviously I went through it on my own video. I feel like a stop record, even though I haven't talked about it on this stream. But money flow is very important. It's pretty crucial on the higher time frames. 4 hour especially. If the money flow is going down, your trend's going down, it doesn't really matter too exactly much what's going on with everything else, but it does at the same time, if you know what I mean. So you can see, even though we've got a green dot printing, we've been oversold for the past, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 28 hours for the RSI. We've been oversold completely. VWAP's been going up the entire time. Everything is pointing towards we should be going up basically since, 1 or 2 candles ago. Yet the money flow is still coming down. We're still coming down. You know what I'm saying? However, I think this will still bring us back upwards. So I do think we might have a retractment if the whole market's retracting as well. If it retracts towards 60k, that's going to be huge. I think it brings us back upwards towards, maybe $1.60, $1.61, and then if you want to short from there, I think it'll continue to come downwards, 18% down. As the market goes down as well. Anyway, I haven't looked at simple significance in quite a while. Would you look at that? This is just perfect. Simple significance. Wow. Look at that order block. Do you know what? This is why I don't use simple significance. Because I think simple significance is a great tool. Obviously, if you've not heard of simple significance before, and you're new to this, then this is another crypto. We have 2 indicators. We have Market Cipher B Crypto Warehouse Edition. This is I made this, me. My reimagining of Market Cipher. And obviously, we have simple significance, which is support and resistance drawing tools. And this is I haven't put it on streams as much because I always get similar results because obviously I made it. This is my methodology of finding things like support points. You can see this order block. It's absolutely perfect. The midpoint is exactly to that line. It is absolutely perfect. Obviously, the higher things, I could have found these myself. I haven't got up here, though. I haven't looked. I've mainly looked down here. And you can see these two support, now resistance points, I found them both already. Obviously, this one down here, really good low point, which we've surpassed, a really good low level. Obviously, this order block is literally, like, if you zoom into it, it's literally 1-to-1. It's like 100th of a penny off. Like, they're perfect. So this is why I don't use Simple Synthesis so much. So if you're someone who's, you know, watched and you've seen our indicators before and you've gone, where's Simple Synthesis gone? I don't know why you don't use it anymore. This is why, because whenever I draw my order blocks and support resistance, I normally get what's identical to Simple Significance, which is a good thing for you guys, because if you guys, you know, want to use, because I haven't done my videos on order blocks and you don't know what order blocks are, and, you know, you can go look it up yourself and learn it, but if you don't want to and you're like, I don't feel comfortable doing that and trying to figure that out, you can use Simple Significance, because this Simple Significance uses very, very similar methodology I do, and my support and resistance points are pretty much identical to what Simple Significance give you. So if you want, you know, resistance support like I do, just use our tool. Obviously, the links are in the Telegram. I could post it in the YouTube chat if you guys want it. I just use this tool. I don't use it, but I don't look at it as much, because I think if I have a duplicate of my own support and resistance zone, I don't want to draw it too much. So yeah, I just leave it off so I can draw it for myself. But anyway, I'm gonna stop, you know, stroking my ego and yapping. So yeah. But going back to it, I do think, as much as it's not really showing signs of it, we've had like 28 hours of going down for optimism. I want there to be a retracement. Will it be that high? I don't know. I mean, $1.55 could be pretty strong resistance. But hey, I guess we'll see where we go from here. Let me just check my phone quickly as I continue. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So anyway, like I was saying, retractment, yeah, possible. I want there to be something like that in the general market, but what I will say though, as I already said, PIFE is in a very similar situation as Optimism, as I've already done TAA, very similar to this, and there doesn't look like there's much of a potential here, as with PIFE. I don't know if PIFE's going to retract this much. I mean, hey, a brilliant short could be in play. But I'm just being careful of the market and looking at Market Cypher. It looks crazy. If it goes to 1 hour, I bet there's a bit green. Yeah, a lot of side moving. But you can look at that RSI, like completely oversold. Money flows deepest you've seen. When this properly starts out, which is looking like it's doing, I definitely think we go up. So I think there's a retracement to $1.61. I think short from $1.61, 18% profit down to about $1.32. You know, Bob's your uncle. There won't be much more to say there. I will look at PIFE and Casper though. I'll show PIFE quickly to show you what I've been talking. Again, you can see very, very similar scenario to Optimism. Obviously, the chart's a bit rougher. If I go to the daily, it's a bit better. You can see we are coming down. Similar scenario, we have a trend line here, which brings us towards that line, which is about 1660. You can also see by the daily money flow. Obviously, daily money flow is very, very important. Coming down. You know, if you are really coming down, this is all coming down. So I think it's very similar with PIFE. I think we have some sort of retractment, maybe towards about 30 cent, if anything, and then, but we haven't printed green yet. You can see, I think there's still a bit of potential to move down. I think this is a bit latent, so maybe another, you know, maybe another couple of cent move down, and then a retractment maybe to about 28.70. But I think it continues to come down as does the market as a whole. But you can see, you can even see with the 1 hour, you can see it's very, very similar to Optimism, very, very, very similar. So you can see on the 1 hour we're starting to do this. So I do think within the next couple coming hours we retract probably for PIFE, maybe towards about 30 cent, 30.1, like I said, and then we continue to go down in the market as a whole. So again, not very everything in the market's kind of doing the same thing. It's very, very similar to each other. I just think we retract and then come back down. Pretty much all there is to say. I will look at CAS though. I'm interested because I think this is not respecting the range I have. So you can see we've wicked out So let me have a little look. You see, we had I had this nice looking range. You see, and you bounce, 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 looking to come down. And this is, do you know what? This was my mistake. You know, this was really big my mistake, because I found this order block when I traded it, and we came back down to it, and I was watching it, and we came down to this. I was like, I should get out of this, but I didn't. I'm holding it. But you can see we've kind of broken up, and look at that. That is just perfect. On that, I think it's 4 hour. Here it is. Really 4 hour order block, huge order block. What have we done? We've wicked right down to there. So again, I think Casper's pretty reactive. So I think we've already started to have our retractment in the market. But, you know, I mean, hey, as long as I don't get liquidated, I don't care. But you can see on the daily, though, you know, VWAP is money, momentum is still coming down. Money flow is still coming down. VWAP's coming down. RSI is coming down. So I think, even though you can see we bounced off there, we're retracting, I still think we come down. I still think we proceed. Even though we've tested down at this order block, I think we continue to kind of retract. Even though we've wicked upwards again, back to here, I still think we come back down again. And on a long term, I think, even Mike thinks as well, we come down as a whole. 'Cause I think there's really terrible news about it or something, which obviously is never good. But you can see, like, there's another on the 4 hour order block. So you can see order block there, we're respecting. So I think maximum it can go up to, if it retracts more, is 1750. Maximum. I don't see any more movement upwards for Casper, especially since, though, on the daily it's very negative, and how fast it has to move up versus the market, and how I think the market's going to dump. I think this comes back down again. But hey, you know, it could retract, come back down to bounce off 16,719, and then, hey, we'll see where it goes from there. But I still think, even if you look at the daily just as a whole, you know, we've come up, and then we're coming down. I think we continue to come down. You can see the money flow is really, really high. Obviously, it's in the same caliber as back here. And what happened back here when this started to come down? It moved down 34% or whatever. So similar thing, I think, over here. A similar caliber. I think we still have more movement downwards, possibly even towards 14 cent, if I'm being real. 14% max, probably. Especially if Bitcoin's going towards 55k, as it potentially could be. Not financial advice. I definitely think a 14% retractment for Casper is nowhere near, you know, out of the ordinary. However, we do have this really nice order block on the daily, which has $15 or 15.5 cent roughly as support. So I think we'd have to break that to potentially come down to 14 cent, but we could hold 15, wherever the hell this is, because we are slightly in an uptrend. As you can see, you know, apart from, you know, bounce there, rough bounce there, bounce there. This actually, within the dailies, meets at about 15, 16 cent. You can see it meets the order block. So I think this rough area, let me get the pen out. I think this rough area is where we see ourselves at the lowest. We've already wicked down there, but I think we have more potential to print down there. I think we print down there, we continue to come down, and then we probably go back upwards again. Similar with how the market's going to move. Bitcoin goes to 55k, we're going to absolutely, you know, tear up. So, hey, who am I to say? I don't understand the RSI. It just seems to reflect investing what the price chart shows, i.e., it's historical. I mean, yeah, I get it's relative strength index. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily follows inversely what the price does. You can see, like, I can show this example as one of them. From this point down here, you know, all the way down here, you can see the RSI was down here, and then as it proceeded all the way up here, the RSI came up, and then as the RSI starts to come down, our price starts to come down. So I wouldn't say it reflects inversely of what the price does, but it is basically it is like, yeah, high RSI is overbought, low RSI is oversold. It's kind of a position where it's kind of a timer basically. It's like it follows how the price moves, and if it gets to a certain point, it's like, okay, we've been moving down for, like, you know, 2 days now. We should have a bit of a movement upwards. It's quite a simple indicator, but, you know, and, you know, the volume weighted average price and the RSI, they do move very similar as well. So you could compare that. And the VWAP, volume weighted average price, it is based off the price, and then some other data source I can't exactly remember right now. But that is based, and if the VWAP and the RSI are moving very similar, RSI is based off what the price is doing. Because, like I just said, the fundamental of the RSI is how I interpret it is like it's a timer, and if it reaches a certain milestone on the timer, it you know, it tells you, all right, we're a bit oversold right now, or a bit overbought right now. You might want to calm it down a bit. But yeah, I mean, but it measures it. It measures it as it moves, so it does follow how the price moves. I mean, you can see over here as well, like the top here and this RSI, it moved down and then the price moved down, and then over here it stopped and it moved up and then the price moved up. So it does follow. I mean, in this scenario, it does follow how the price moves. But I wouldn't use solely the RSI to trade the. I wouldn't use solely the RSI, but you could do if you want to. But yeah, that's what I said. I think between 16.1, 16 to about 15.7, 15.5, I think that's the general area where I see we print at. Although we wick to it, I still think we proceed to it. You can see even here, like obviously, we have scenarios where we wick down to it and then we print towards it. You know what? That's a very good point, Reza. 38 people are watching, and only 8 likes. And the comments, what's this? Is dry. Come on, guys. But it's in real time. It doesn't help you till you look back historically. The only thing which helps you in real time is price action. You can't use it. You can't really use an indicator. There's not really a lot of indicators out there which you can solely use, or you can use real time, like super fast. Obviously, if you went to low time frames, it can work. But yeah, I mean, most of this, I mean, even with the market cipher, like these are lagging indicators. Most indicators are lagging indicators, which it has to take the data of the price. So every time it prints, it changes a bit. So this might change. This might start to arc up again, and we could go up. It's like it's not exactly one-to-one how the price is moving. It can do if you're on the lower time frames, or if the price moves drastically, it can change. But it's a lagging indicator. It doesn't exactly move, which is fine, yeah. You can't really use it real time exactly, unless you are scalping and you go on low time frames, and it updates faster. But with Market Cipher, it's directional, as I always explain. It's directional. I use price action, like resistance support points and order blocks. Those are my positionals. And directionals, you can use. I think you can use lagging indicators and directional. You can. I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly with using lagging indicators as support and resistance. Like I know there's a ton of people, and I'm sure it works brilliantly. I'm probably not educated enough to use. I know there's Bollinger Bands, and I wouldn't say they use support and resistance, but it's kind of like a 20% padding on either side, or something like that, where if you come to it, you normally come back down. They are a bit of a lagging indicator because they don't print exactly how the price prints. So I wouldn't use them as much as support and resistance. So support and resistance and positional, I use price action solely. Like trend lines, price action, order blocks, support resistance, those are all positional because those are crucial. Those are crucial positions you need to be at. But for directional, use your lagging indicators. I use Market Cipher, money flow, VWAP, all these things. You can use them, and on the lower time frames, you can scalp with them, and they update faster, and it means you can use them as if they were updating real time. So, yeah, it's not a live thing, but it is, it is a useful tool because the only time you use it is if it suggests you're oversold or overbought. But it's just more confluence. For me, it's just more confluence. I just use it for confluence. Like I wouldn't use it by itself. But yeah, with CAS, like I said, even though we're retracting right now, we're having a bit of a retractment in the market. You can see we've bounced off it, we're coming back down. I'm negative right now in my trade, but you can see Bitcoin, or you can't see it, but it's 58,266. We're having a bit of a bounce right now. We could print a bit higher than we are right now, but I don't think we're going to be printing and like completely surging upwards. We've just printed our 4 hour though, which is nice. If I go back to the lower time frames though, we did have this order block here, which is really rough actually. This order block's trash. What? Why is this order block so bad? I don't know why I've... Okay, let me shimmy it maybe. So we've got that. This was a really good order block though, down here, wherever it was on the 5 minute or whatever. I'm disappointed in this because really nice respect. Order blocks, order blocks always just... Mwah. EOS, I'll look at that. There was Aero as well, wasn't there? I don't think I've ever covered this, so there's not really much... Oops. There's not going to be much to me, for me to look at in terms of existing TA. But let me have a look. So, 4 hour. Yeah, very similar to what the market's doing. Actually, slightly similar. Slightly not the same. What am I seeing? Well, there's potentially... it's not... I wouldn't hold on to this order block, but you can see, bounced off it. Bounce, a decent order block, even though, and when I go through my order block video, order blocks don't have to be one-to-one exactly. The more one-to-one they are, the more stronger and perfect they are, but it's not necessary. To bear that in mind. Like down here, for example, this could be an good order block. They're not one-to-one by any means, but you see if we shimmy over really, really nicely, really, really nice, really, really nice. This is really good order block. Even though, as I yap on, they're not perfectly printed one-to-one. They're close to bloody enough. And you shimmy it across, and it just so happens that it's the area. So I'm going to delete this area, actually, because look at that. It's just perfect. So really nice order block there. Let me see if I can find something in terms of the support aspect. And you can see there's roughly one here. It's not too accurate. But again, as we've already talked about, they don't have to be too accurate. We shimmy it across. I don't want to guarantee, but I bet we've touched it at least. You can see midpoint, really nice touch there. Nearly touched it there, really nice. So we've got support point, we've got resistance point. We've found a good area. So now we've got a little area, boom, boom. You can see, nice area. Obviously, it does seem like we have a bit of a thing going on here from that position. I don't really see any like downtrend type thing though, but we do have lower highs as we proceed. So good to pay attention to, regardless. Fair value gap actually, very nice blink printed up there. Really, really, really red. Obviously, money flow is still coming down though. We're on the 4 hour. Do bear that in mind. Obviously, we are completely oversold. VWAP's been coming up for a while. Momentum's arced, but money flow is still coming down. So I wouldn't hold on for too much. Maybe a bit. Maybe another bounce. I would say maybe some prints down towards 41.82 as we proceed, coming back down. But as a whole, I think it retracts. But if the market does what I think the market will do, then we might have a bit of a problem on our hands. So if we draw this here, you can see bounce, 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 bounce. So this could look like a decent support point or resistance point, about 17% move upwards. So if it does come back down, which I think it does do, even though we do have a good amount of positivity, there are scenarios. I'll show you right here. There's scenarios where we can print a green dot, and then print a red dot, and then print a green dot. So there's scenarios where we can still continue to go down, and that's why the money flow is important, because even in these scenarios where we have green dot, red dots, the money flow still matters the most. You can see money flow arc, money flow come down. So do bear that in mind. So even though we've got this green, as we've just pointed out, money flow is still coming down. So I do think there is still potential for a bit of a more movement downwards, And this, obviously, you can see the percentages it moves are crazy. So for it to move 7%, I don't think is crazy in the slightest. So I think a long from there could be pretty good. I think a stop loss a bit below the order block could be good. And then obviously a target about here at 49, basically 49 cents. Could be a decent trade. If it doesn't come down as low as there, you can just long right now. Over the entire movement, it would go up about 8%. It would come down potentially, or it might not come down, because there could be a trend line brewing. Bounce. Not really, actually. There's more of a trend line there. Yeah, boom, boom, boom there. Very nice. Actually, I haven't even looked at this, but it seems like there was a really steep flag. I don't want to say that this is the entire flag. Nah. This is no. Okay, that's not. I don't think that's happening. It could though. To be fair, I don't think that's gonna. Is that crazy though? Is that crazy? I don't think that's crazy, right? Yeah, look over here. We moved up 230% in like no time. I think this is diabolical to say, so I don't want to pay attention to that. I want to say from about here. That this is the flag, or the pole of the flag, whatever the hell. And that brings us from here, bouncing off there, boom, brings us down. It brings us down to about 35. Brings us about 35. So there's potential we could go lower. I wouldn't hold on to it. I would trade the trend. I would trade the area, and the area is going to be coming down to here. You could short right now if you wanted to, coming down to here if you had the conviction, not financial advice. Also something I haven't actually looked at yet. We seem to have a decent support point here. See, bounce, 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 bounce there. Could be printing above it, bouncing here. It could have been, we could have already seen our bottom, and we're now coming back up. So, you could be safe and sorry, print there, stop loss there, about here maybe, and it would only be about an 8.5% move, which is pretty good. 10x that, boom, 85% profit, boom, happy days. 5x that, 42%. Yeah, 42%. Yeah, 42%. So, Yeah, but it's money flow pretty coming down, and if the market continues to retract, I mean, we're at 58,180 now, so we're still slowly moving down right now. So, hey, I guess we'll see. I will leave this here though. If I move this stop loss down, I will leave this here just in case it happens. If it doesn't happen, then oh well, it doesn't happen. But this could be a great trade. But I'm gonna move on now though. I'll draw quickly what I hope is gonna happen. But it could go lower. That's the thing. You know what? I wouldn't want to risk it because we do have this potential of like this bull flag, and then we've come down. So what might happen is we don't bounce off this, and we dump. You can see like on the daily, this is showing us in pretty true colors. You can see, boom, come down, flag, broken out, brings us towards 15 cent, which is actually this area down here. You can see this general area. That's where it brings us to. So there's potential we don't go back up. I don't know what sort of coin this is. I don't know if it's a good high. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a really good product. I haven't done any research on this. I don't know if it's got a really high market cap, or I don't know if this is like a really secured coin. Don't know what it does. So I don't know if there's potential for this to happen. It could be a false thingy. 36 million market cap. So there's potential for there to be really big moves in terms of down or up. So there's potential for it to come down to 15 cent. So what I'd do is I would short, but again, we could be bouncing, like I said, like we are doing right now, potentially. But if we do come down to here, I don't know if I'd want to long it, so I'm actually going to delete this. I'd rather short it from now, even though you're catching a trend which has already really been done. But the market's having a retractment. Man, I'm conflicted right now. You know, as an absolute professional as I am, I'm not a financial professional, but as a professional I am, I shouldn't be this conflicted, but I am. Okay, I can't hide my feelings. I'm conflicted because I think the market's having a retractment. I think everything in general should be kind of coming back to a local resistance point, a really local resistance point, and I would hope the market would follow suit. But obviously, in my experience, I know not everything has to follow the market, and this doesn't necessarily have to follow the market, even though it has followed the market pretty well. But anyway, I'm gonna go. All I will say, is on the daily, we've got this big old move, bear flag, and it would bring us towards 15 cent. That's all I'll say. Really nice oil block down here as well, actually. So a midpoint, it looks like that's the midpoint. If we shimmy from where we are right now, you can see it's roughly the midpoint there. So decent midpoint, you know, 32, 30, 31. So, hey. What was next? Arrow. Yeah, okay, give me 1 second, alright? I will be back. I'm going to put it on the intro screen. Give me 1 second. My mic is muted. Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back from the from doing my I was getting a drink or something. I don't know. I was doing something else. All right, but I'm back now, so it's fine. Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, again, the entirety of the market is doing pretty much the same thing. We're retracting. You know, we're finding higher ground. You know, and if there's potential, because like the general trend has been for a while, we're moving down. I don't think we have our bounce just yet, but everything's been moving down, especially this. Like we're generally in a downtrend. So unless I don't see us retracting all the way up to like all these high points, especially since that we have this general trend, which would only restrict us to about 56 cent. But anyway, like I said, retractment. Even though money flow is coming down, let me go to the daily though. Same with the daily though. 1 hour. 1 hour is a bit better though. We can see. I think there's enough power in the 1 hour to bring us up here and then come down again over the daily. So I think we do retract in general. But anyway, moving on now. There's tons. Can you guys do me a favor, pretty please? Like, can you find all the coins you suggested and just write them all in a big list? Because obviously the chat has been really great tonight. Appreciate you guys. But I know there's been some coins that have been suggested, and they're like back all the way up in the chat, and I can't find them. So if you've said a coin, can you just say it again? It'd be really great. Thank you. All right, I have no idea what I've done. Again, it happens every stream. I'll go onto a chart and I'll just have no idea what's going on. So we've bounced off the midpoint of the order block. No surprise there. We've done that like 4 times now. What was the general trend? Oh yes, this general trend. Oh, we've respected it pretty well though. Respected it really nicely. Again, a retractment as well, probably towards the higher end. What's the data there? Yeah, I thought this was like a kind of descending triangle. Casper? Yeah, that's right. Did I look at Casper? I didn't. No, I did. I'll do it again. Though, if you weren't here for it. You can see it's kind of like a descending triangle. This is my opinion. You can see like we have the support point, and you can see, you know, boom, 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 boom. I think so, it's like just accidentally printed the whole thing. With chop hands, you can see bottom right descending triangle. You can see it. Boom, 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 boom. Like we're coming down proper. You can see. Like boom, 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 and then obviously eventually it breaks. So the break would probably be towards, you know, $1 area. I don't think, because again, these are chart patterns. These aren't like big old things. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. There's no point in having it on my screen. So you can see like the last area. You can see the tops of it was about here. So you could probably reckon like, you know, 90 cent would be support. We've already been bouncing off $1, so we could break a below. $1's going to be huge, though. I would probably want to say this would be kind of the range. The descending triangle is bearish. Bottom right of this. Oh, wait, is my head covering it? My head's covering it. So it's there. It's there. There it is. You can see it. So you can see it has the support line. There's a support line there, and then it has the downtrend, and it comes. The important part is it comes from a high point, and then it bounces, and then it comes down. I hopefully you heard me. But yeah, it comes down. So you can see. I don't know why I didn't use my mouse. So you can see. Comes down from a high point, has the lower highs, and then you've got the support point, and then you bounce, and then you come down. Yeah, I need a stretch, you know. I need a big stretch. But yeah, I mean, it's comparable. The only part which isn't comparable, which is why I haven't paid attention to it, is this area. We didn't bounce. So that's why I kind of drew it from here. So we shimmy it across. Yeah, you can see from here, you've got, you know, bounce, bounce, bounce as we come down. The bounces don't really necessarily matter. It's kind of just the chart pattern as a whole as we come down towards, you know, as the days progress. So I think, even though the market's doing its thing, I do think this just does its thing as well. Is it in itself? What's this one above? It does the same, but it goes up. Ascending triangle. Yeah, Ondo had like 3 of them. I'll show you right now. I swear to God, was it Ondo? Was it Ondo? I swear to God, Ondo had... What? Oh, what coin was it? There was a coin. It must have been Ondo. Oh, God. I can't remember. I swear it began with an O. You guys need to help me here. Audi, that's the one! Hold on. This is a complete different chart, but I wanted to show you... Where is it? I wanted to show you an ascending triangle. Where the hell is it? Where's my TA? Hold on, I'm going to find it. I don't know which chart I did it on. God damn. God's sake. Where is it? Oh my God. Alright, whatever. I'll just redraw it or whatever. Let me find it. There were ascending triangles. Believe you me, I looked at them. I just want to show it quickly. Why is it so hard? Was it not Audi? God, whatever. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean, though. Wait, was it Audi? I don't know. No, it couldn't have been. But yeah, no. If you're on stream, next time I find one of these on the chart, I'll point it out. Red candles equal DCA, yeah, pretty much. Maybe monthly chart on the Bitcoin looking to catch up on the weekly. You know what? We haven't actually looked at Bitcoin monthly in a while. What I'll do, I'll finish with this. I'll give my final verdict. Like I said, this is daily though. This is more than a daily. This is gonna take a while. So you can see we're at the support point now. What happens? We're gonna come up. Where we're gonna come to? $1.18, $1.18.5. So I think this is a great time to long 99%, 10x or whatever you want to do. 92% sorted. There you go. Just do this, and then it'll drop off. Probably come towards 90 cents, 95 cent area down here, and then yeah, Bob's your uncle and whatnot. I think if I draw like this, you can roughly see like I think this area towards 96 cents towards 97.5. I think that's where the support's going to be. Basically, where the bottom of this big old order block is. I think that's where support's going to be when we break down. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to jump to the Bitcoin monthly now, which I think we've looked at. Oh yeah, the images. Whoops. Let me just shoot those across. Oh, where did I look at it? Was it on? Oh, I looked at it, but I can't remember where I looked at it. Okay, let me just look at it again on this chart. There we go. So, we had, what did we have? We had like an ascending triangle or something. Or did we? I can't remember. Oh, we had something cool. We had something really like not good, like negative. This is monthly, don't it? Oh. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? And then we go down. Oh, but this is monthly though, isn't it? Oh God. And then what happens is we wick down to 55, and then we print, and then we break up, and then by the okay, how long? Okay, let's just count. Let's just. The only thing I can do is compare the last time. Last time, it took. Why is it giving me 275 days? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took 9 months, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is November 2024. There you go. Yeah, invest on shoulders. We want to see 55? Why not? Why not? 58, it's not... We're gonna... Why not? Why can't we see 55? Day chart. I think we could see 55. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why not. But you know, the point is that this isn't really a bull flag. You know, if we were to draw that, you know, and go from down here, we don't really do anything, do we? So it's not really very good. I remember drawing this and it being really bad. I don't know what's happened, but it's been really good all of a sudden. It was like an expanding triangle. I don't know how I did it. I'm not going on there. I don't know. Well, anyway, whatever. Uptrend, you know, boom, and then off the midpoint, boom. If we do it again, hopefully, 55k, come up, bang, 100 and whatever the hell we go to, you know, whatever we go to up here. Isn't that head and shoulders drawing thing, isn't there? There we go. This will measure for us. Why is it not working? Oh, I didn't draw it properly. Okay, so boom, head, boom, right shoulder. This is going to be whatever size it wants to be, can't it? So 50k, obviously, within this month. Boom, 50k. Boom. Or 55k, sorry. And then maybe shimmy that across a bit more. And then you boom, you boom, boom, boom. And then boom, you break out. Isn't that like is there a measurement of like how... Hold on. Is there a measurement of how much? Is there like you have to measure the head or something? Or is that not something which happens? Like can you guess and like do this and draw between the baseline and then the breakout point? You know, is this something you can do? You know, bring us 128k. I don't know. Anyway, monthly looking pretty good though. But even though I think we, you know, I mean, just look at Market Cipher. Above the 60 mark on the monthly, momentum come down. RSI overbought, coming down. VWAP coming down, and then the most importantly, this is the monthly, okay, where the higher the time frame, the higher the money flow matters. Money flow is coming down. So if we don't come down, continue to come down. Hey, but it's the start of the month. We have like 27 days to print negative and continue to do what we're doing. So hey, whatever. Is this on here? Oh my god, what is this? Trash. All right, let me have a look at this trash coin. Is it 4 hour? Maybe it's like a 4 hour really important order block. Oh, okay. There we go. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. That's potential there. We've also got a closer one there. You can see boom, boom, bounce. Okay, good, good. We've got a decent amount of support. Decent amount of support. Now let's see if we can find some on the upper end of things. Let's go 30 minute maybe. I don't know if I can see anything though. 15 minute. I'm trying to find something of resistance. Here we go. Yeah, it didn't really do well, did it? What about here? Is this a decent order block? There we go. See bounce. Okay, here we go. Found resistance. Unfortunately, I have to shimmy this across the entirety of the thing. Okay, there we go. So, a bit messy. Let's go on to the high time frame so we don't have to throw up on the chart. So, okay, well, this is there's potential for this to be a ascending triangle if it continues to go how it's going. See, money flow's coming in, you know, VWAP's coming in to go to 4 hour though. Money flow's coming in completely overbought in every regard though. But that, you know, doesn't mind because we can come back to retract off the support point. You know, bouncing, that wouldn't be too bad. You know, it'd be great if we could come to 23 cent and then come back down to test support and then continue to do what we're doing, because then we would have pretty good, we'd have a pretty good, you know, ascending triangle. You can see, like, you know, boom, 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 probably bouncing off here to come back down, and then boom, bounce off here, boom, ascending triangle, boom, pump. There you go, sorted. So, yeah. What about daily, though? What have we got on daily? Got that as well, obviously, you know, make sure you pay attention to that. Nothing on daily, though, is there? So, let's go back to the 1 hour. See, we're in an uptrend, decent uptrend. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it, really. That's the only thing I can wager. That's what I got. Boom. You know, sit within this range, bouncing, ascending triangle, boom, pump. 28 cent, possibly even 30 cent, actually. Let's be real. 30 cent, unless there's some sort of weird ass hype with it. And yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at this coin anymore. I don't like it. Or, no, I don't like it, but I'm not happy doing this. It doesn't fulfill me. So let's go back to Crow. Let's go to Crow. Now, I don't think I've really looked at Crow on these charts. Is this the order block I'm looking for? I think it is. Yeah, let's be dramatic with it, like that. It's a crap. I know. It is crap. That's why I don't want to look at it. I just don't even want to pay any more attention to it. But I mean, if you make money, you make money. But like, it's like a meme coin. I don't like doing TM meme coins too much anyway. Obviously, if it's got a decent cap, then yeah. But if it's like a low cap, I don't know what the cap of it is. But if it's got a low cap, then like, I just don't want to look at it. Is this a chart ban? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think this is like any sort of chart ban or anything. It's just doing its thing. You know, boom, boom, boom. Actually, no, it didn't really bounce, did it? However, I'm deleting this, don't like it. So we do have two really good resistances. Let's go back in time, though. So I want to see if there's any other really good order blocks, like this one right here. This is good. I like this. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, okay, there we go. Like super strength right there in terms of order blocks. Anything else? Probably a really good one down here. But I mean, this is ages away. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, so I'm not really going to bother looking at it. Anything on the upper end of things? Okay, here we go. So there's potential for something crazy to happen. See what I'm putting down. Why did I start going up all of a sudden? Boom resistance here. You can see very similar area. I think we're going to need that order block after all here. Probably about there. Down 6. 11? Just couldn't down look bullish. Well, hey, this is the weekly. Okay, so but in order for this to follow through with that, then obviously we'd have to have some negativity in the coming candles, aka coming weeks. But if I go back to, you know, obviously the dailies coming down pretty not goodly. But again, similar to pretty much every single other thing in the market. Green, 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 up, up, up. So probably back towards either, you know, probably 90 cent, on 9 cent, probably 9 cent to bounce. Let me go back over here just one more time though to find. I don't like drawing too many order blocks because it just makes an absolute mess of my chart. But I want to find a consistent support points. There we go. So we've got a support point there. That's what Simple Significance has to say though. Okay. A decent low level. We had that there and there. Okay, that's good. So I didn't draw those actually, interestingly. So we do have some different support points, but some of them aren't very good though, so I'm not gonna like it. So what I'm seeing happen, obviously you've got this. Actually, it could be this. It could be like a flag though, couldn't it? Like, you know, everything in the market could be producing a bear flag. If we shimmy it, let me actually draw this properly. See, we respect this though, but hey. Yeah, you know, I'm putting down. So from 9 cent, if it of potential, basically towards about 8 cent. Oh yeah, 6. Yeah, where did everyone go? Oh no. Oh no. But anyway, yeah. So if we do go to 9 cents, as I think the market's retracting, I think not really looking at it though, the market could be producing what could be like a bear flag or a bear pennant as we come up, depending on what the sort of range we produce in. We can see if we continue to kind of have higher lows, and we've basically switched, then it would give us enough time to probably come up towards about the 9 cent range, and then just absolutely fall off, and then just dump towards about 8 cent, 8.1 cent. There's no stream started at 10, so it could have been. It could have been. But no one's talking either, which is not very good. But yeah, that's what I kind of think. We have this trend, boom, kind of coming down. What were the other coins? Wasn't there like one more coin? I'm still gotta find this channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope it's good. Actually, I want to re-push the Markets Cypher B video, which is coming out hopefully soon. Obviously, I need to edit it, and then you only get like 3 notifications a day on YouTube, so we haven't posted it, or I haven't made it to post it because I know I'm not going to post it today. And if you don't have the indicators, go to Telegram, or if you want in the chat, just let me know in the chat if you want the indicators, Markets Cypher B mainly, and I'll post the links there so you can get them. And obviously, as I post more videos, whoops, I just slammed my keyboard by accident. As I post more videos into the playlist, kind of explain and teach Markets Cypher, and how I use it. It might be helpful if you want to use it as your own strategy. If you guys have your own strategies and want to incorporate it, then be my guest. But what I do want to go back to the Bitcoin chart one last time, just see what's going on. So what's happened? Interestingly, what did I say? 58, was it 58.8 or 58.6? 58.676. Don't the screenshots have it? Where did I post the screen? Did I post the screenshots? There they are. Oh, I'm stupid. I need to zoom in on the photo. It didn't show the image, did it? We can see 34 there. 34, that's short orders. That's orders for shorts. What happened? We came to it. We've come down. So where could the next point be after this? Probably about 57. So if that was to be true, 57 is pretty low. I don't know if there's any other ones though. You can see like boom, bounce, boom, bounce, boom. Like you can see we've really respected him bouncing off this trend line. I'm sorry the chart's a mess though, but you know what I mean. It'd be good if I can go back to order book. Do you know what? If you guys use them, do you guys have any like? I know there's some people who have like liquidation charts, like charts where liquidations happen, like where the majority of where the majority of liquidations would happen. Like I don't know. I think there's like CoinGlass or whatever it is, which has that data. But I don't know if there's like an application for that. I know Bookmap's just the order book, which is it works, it's good, but obviously liquidations is where it really matters. So it'd be good if you can find one which has that sort of data, because that'd be crucial, because that is where the liquidity is as well, not only order books. But yeah, interestingly as well, if we print out in the next 3 hours, if we print out below or at 58,142, we're going to have a negative order block, which wouldn't be very good. Or it'd be good for me because we see us come down, but it wouldn't be very good for anybody else if they want to think we're going up. But hey, I guess it does just matter of where we're going to go and if we're going to go there. I'm looking forward to it. Except for private Telegram channel for this purpose. Yeah? Yeah. That'd be a good idea. Speaking of which, private Telegrams and then, Discords, I do want to set up, I do want to have like a trading area one. Because I know we have the normal Telegram, which has the chat area and the giveaway area and the trading area, but I don't feel like, there's so many people in there, but it's not necessarily for trading. So I think if we made like a Discord and it only feels a couple people, obviously it would grow as we continue to do trading streams and, trading stuff. Have like a private area where we have, a Discord or a Telegram where we can like talk about trading and I can post some trades and whatnot. I think that'd be very useful. Coming into the future of it. Also, the music's just gone off for some reason. But yeah, I mean, so I've already gone over what I thought for Bitcoin. Obviously, scroll back to the video if you want to see it again. But I do want to refresh before we end the stream, because we've streamed for quite a while now. I do want to refresh, have a little quick refresh of what I've talked about and how it's going. So you can see these blue lines are basically the time frames. This is when I expected us to like have our surges and have our kind of retracements and whatnot. So obviously this, I don't think this anymore. I've already drawn on the balance chart what I think this is going to happen. That you have the 30th of June. Obviously this became, you can see from it the bounce. You can see 30th of June we'd had the pump, but obviously we had the resistance and the dump. So 22nd July is when I expect us to hit the top of here. Obviously on my balance chart, this is when I think we bounce. I don't think we go up to here just yet. I think we have an extra bounce. I think by the 16th of August it's when we come back down, and then we bounce again coming into September. Oh no, bounce off something, and in September is when we surpass. I don't know. I'll have to go back to the chart. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, we haven't had the pump. Obviously obviously if you're here for the moon phases and that whole thing, then you'll know we haven't followed through with the moon print. But hey, I don't know how far reading the moon can take you, but hey, I'm not one to disregard somebody's strategy of trading. So hey, if you use the moon phases, then use the moon phases. Not for me to decide. But I do want this 55,000 wick to happen. Especially, I mean, even if you look at the day, to me anyway, it looks more and more, not more and more likely, but it doesn't seem like it's too hard to do when I look at the daily. Like I do think like we've had 3, and obviously if you're a candlestick trading guy, I think there's like a 3 red crow or 3 crow thing. I don't use candlestick. I don't really use candlestick patterns, but never ashamed to have a look at them. Okay, this didn't really. That's not. Alright, this doesn't help. This doesn't help me at all. Never mind, I'll add. So never mind. I guess that's not applicable. But regardless, it doesn't seem too crazy to me. It's like, okay, we had our 3 red candles. As I've already said, I think we have a retracement. Maximum was about 61k towards 60k. On the lower time frames, has the potential for it to be 58.6, 58.8, whatever it was, which already seems like we might be bouncing off. And then as we print the next coming days, I think we have 4 days max to see this, area. And I want to see this area, especially on the higher time frame. You can see like bounce, rough bounce, rough bounce, rough bounce. We're a bit too far. Like in these cases, apart from that bounce, we're a bit too far away. Unless we pay attention to this, boom, boom, boom. I suppose that's where the wick was, to be fair. But hey, bring that back there. Like this is like boom, boom, boom. On the high time frames, it's better. On the weekly, it's a lot better to look at. Or was it? Which time frame was it? Was it the daily? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, boom. And then we had the midpoint thing coming back towards 61k. and then coming down. So I just hope we touch a bit closer towards 55k, 56, and with the fact that there's a huge thing at 55k, then there's potential for it. But I mean, like I said, these orders can just be removed just like that from the order books, and it could just never happen. But I might do my research. I might try and see if I can find some sort of liquidation charts or anything. But anyway, I've yapped. So thank you. I'm just gonna do the outro. Thank you all for staying for this really long stream. It's not felt too long. I feel we've done a nice amount of coins. Obviously, if you do want to, oh, I've just gone to the Binance chat. That'd be cool. Thumbs up to Discord. Okay. Looking different, Matt. I don't know if you're in Telegram or not, but do go to the description. The Telegram. I think the Telegram's down there. If not, no. I think it's just like slash. What is it again? Slash Crypto Warehouse News. Oh, let me put it on the screen. This isn't it, is it? This isn't the slash link that I know of. I'm pretty sure there's a better one. Alright, well, okay. What I can do. Yeah, okay. Telegram's in details. It's at Crypto Warehouse News. I don't know if that's the right one. So if it's not, this might be a bit janky, but screenshot this or whatever. If what's in the description doesn't work, just use that. Oh no, that's not on the screen, is it? Oh crap. Hold on. There you go. It's janky, but there it is. Okay. So just in case it doesn't work, I don't actually know if that works or not. But if it doesn't work and you're still here, use that instead. Yeah, I do want to do. I think a Discord or a Telegram private one where we just do trading and like have a look at things. Well, Bitcoin hit 52k. I think 55k. Looking different, Matt. If you're not in Telegram, join it and we can talk in there because I'm about to end the stream. And then yeah, but again, also if you guys, I see some questions. I see some questions about coins and about where they're gonna go. I'm about to end the stream, so I can't answer them. But if you either join with this link or the one in the description, and then you can ask me in there, and I'll stream though. Either Saturday or Monday, whenever we're gonna stream. For sure Monday. Come back there and ask me again, and I will cover it next stream. Or come ask me in Telegram, and I'll look at it after the stream. That's on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all the comments and the people. There we go. Let me shimmy that back. There we go. So, that should be good. So, thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate you coming onto the stream. Obviously, Telegrams, whatnot. I'm not going to yap anymore. Thank you so much. And I will see you next time I stream, which should be at least Monday. If not, we might do Saturday. Not sure. But Monday, I'll be back personally to do more trading streams. And we'll see what happens with this. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see if these orders follow through and we go towards the highest point of orders. I'm really excited to see that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. Because I haven't really used Bookmap too much. I don't really know what the strategy is. It doesn't matter though. Thank you. And I'll see you Monday. Goodbye.